So if you've been following my budgeting journey for a while, you know that closeouts have always been the bane of my existence. I have a whole playlist on it, and I've tried several hundreds of thousands of ways to do a closeout. So I finally decided that I'm just going to do it whatever I want to do it, in whatever way works for me that week. Hi everybody, thanks for clicking on my savings, budgeting, and YouTube journey. I am here to represent the hardworking, low-income, single parents. On this channel, I experiment with different budgeting styles, savings goals, and I share the strategies I learn as I go. So if that sounds interesting at all to you, please go ahead and click the like button and subscribe to follow my journey. Okay, today is the day before payday, and what I need to do first is my bi-weekly closeout. So today we're gonna do our bi-weekly closeout before we do our pre-payday prep. So I close out my budget, look at my spending, what I spent on what things, and did I stay in line with the budget like I planned to. It's almost never 100% exactly what I plan to spend on my budget, but I always try to stay as close as possible, which is the point of a budget. It's just a plan for where you intend on putting your money. So let's get started. The first thing that I like to do is to, of course, take a look at all the bills, make sure that all the bills that we intended to pay were paid. So let's see. And then once I do that, I will go over and do my goal scoring so we can see how we did there. So this is the week that we just closed out. I took a look at my tasks. We'll do the goal scoring later. But when I got paid, this is the week that I got paid. Everything that was due was paid as far as the bills go. So we're good on that. So we have to look and see what we spent. And I already kind of did the math for most of this. Here it is. Okay, so each day, or I tried to follow each day, a couple days I missed, I went in and I opened my book. I keep my planner open every day to do other things with. So it's perfect that this planner has the monthly budget. This is a Clever Fox planner. I do have it in my Amazon storefront under my planner and stationery products. I don't know why I can't speak today, but so here's my spending, and I went through with my new highlighters that are also on there. So these highlighters are erasable, and I did test the erasableness and I love it. So let me just show you real quick. So like this, oh, that's not the right color, is it? So that's one thing I learned, that it has to be the right color. Hold on. That didn't work either. What the heck? Oh, that's not the erasable one. That's not the erasable one. Okay, let me see which one of these was erasable. I had to use so many colors. Some of these were not erasable. All right, there we go. That one was erasable. So they work really well. I just tried to color code them. I've been doing that forever. So I color code each category. So let me just finish up the ones that I did not finish. So entertainment was this pink color. So we went to the Farm Fest yesterday, and that's this. And then my daughter, she has this purple color. So that's spending for her. Ooh, this is not the right purple, but there we are. So that's spending for her. So you'll see all the different colors are for different things. After I did that, I calculated how much I spent in each of the categories. And when I set up my budget for the month, I had set up this section. This is paycheck A. So this is the first 2 weeks of the month. So this one went from, let's see, September A was September 9th all the way to September 22nd. That's the spending for that whole time period. I also calculated at the bottom the total of the spending, the no spends that I had. So there were 3 days this pay period. So over the past 2 weeks that I did not spend anything. And which honestly, there's more than that, because some of these days only bills or groceries are spent, so I don't really consider those spend days, but nothing at all were these 3 days. I used $665.55 of sinking funds. So let me pull you a little bit closer. So those were funds that I have saved. So I have a SoFi account, which is a high interest account that I use. And I also have these binders here that I use for cash savings. So some of those were spent. So I like to keep track of that as well. And you'll see how much I spent in each of the categories. I did also do a percentage of each. So you'll see that I spent the most in debt, which is a good thing. And the second thing I spent the most in was groceries, and then in personal. So a lot of that personal was spent on myself for once. So I spent a lot of my savings sinking fund. So those are cash savings that I had, and I finally decided to put all of my binder, all of the cash that I had here in my lovely binder went to SoFi. So it's just a little easier, because a lot of times when I spend money, it's usually I'll just transfer it to the SoFi debit card and spend it that way, or it's something I bought for myself on Amazon. Then I have a few notes here. So I spent a total of $1,478.95. I put notes here that I have rollover cash that I want to keep as well. And that there was $500 that we got a paycheck for my daughter for the summer job that she did. So $300 I gave to her well before the check came, because the check came like 2 months later. So she was checking the mail every single day till I finally got to the point where I'm like, you know what, here you go. So I just gave it to her out of her savings. So you'll see her savings go back up. And then up by $200 more because she wanted me to save that $200 for her. So if later on she decides she wants to use it, that's okay. That's okay. I did want her to save at least 100. She decided to save 200, so that's even better. This right here was just a rollover from the last paycheck to the one that we're in now. And for the one that we're in now, this is how much I had left in each. So this is what I'm going to roll over from paycheck A to paycheck B. So we have $98.24 in the main account, which is where I have my just spending. So that we're going to keep all of that for the buffer. So we're going to keep all of that in there. And the reason why there's so much left in there was because gas, I only spent about $20 in gas. Where is it? Yep, I only spent $19.39 in gas, and I still have a lot. Still have enough left. So that was good. I guess we didn't do much. I feel like the Costco gas is like better than I don't burn it as much as I did. I mean, we did the same amount of driving as we did before. I don't know what it is about it, but I'm happy that we switched to Costco. And most of this I'm rolling over. So in dining out, we have $40 left. Personal, we have $8 left, and actually personal is the only one that's not getting rolled over. I'll put this over to the side because we're gonna put that into different savings. Usually this cash that I have, besides pet, health, and kids, usually this gets saved, but this time we're gonna roll over because it's her birthday. So I have money left in entertainment and dining out that we're gonna roll over, and of course the pet, health, and kids we're rolling over. So the only thing that I'm saving from this, which usually, like I said, I would save everything, is the $8. So this $3 I'm gonna put into our $1 challenge. And then where did I say I was going to put the other $5? So $5 I'm going to put in miscellaneous savings. So that's in our family binder. So we're going to put this $5 in there. Honestly, there's only $40 in there now. So we're going to put $5 in there. I can't color off one of these $20 because we didn't put another 20 in there, but we'll work on that. So I think for the month of October, my focus is going to be bulking up the miscellaneous savings, and the buffer now will have enough left in the buffer because that gas money is still in there. There was some grocery money still in there, not much, a few dollars, and then there was the buffer that we had already. So that worked out well. Sinking funds used, I used the parking and debt sinking fund because we paid off that debt. Yay, confetti. So happy that that's over. So there's another spot that I have that I can put savings towards now. Her birthday, of the $250 that we had saved for her birthday, I spent $232 so far, and that's only because I prepaid for everything that we'll do on her birthday next week. There's only like $17 left in there. That's why I'm keeping the dining out in here, because I do plan on taking her to a restaurant, a crab restaurant. So there's $40 left in here, and then we'll add our normal $70 that I usually add to dining. So that should be able to cover that part of it. And then there's also money left in kids in case, you know, she needs any money from there. So I think we're on a good track. There was a lot of rollover, total rollover in just cash alone, minus the $8 that I saved, is $175. Which is very nice, very good to be able to have saved that from one paycheck to the next, because usually there's little to none left, especially before I started doing cash stuffing. So I highly suggest, even if you don't do the cash method, definitely budgeting saves me money, because otherwise, if I did not plan on if I didn't have any money left over, there'd be not much more to save. And if you haven't seen my videos before, I save on payday automatically with my automatic debit. So that comes before I even see just my paycheck. Those 3 savings accounts, the emergency fund, my daughter's savings, and the car note savings, those get paid automatically. You'll see me also budget for that when I do my pre-payday prep. So when I do my budget, my bi-weekly budget, you'll see that. And also I save just with whatever's left. So after I pay my bills and I have money for groceries, toiletries, I save any extra as well. So I'm a zero-based budgeter, which means I plan for every dollar, including everything that is going to be saved off the top before I do any spending. And then the third way that I save is when I have money left in my budget envelopes, I save these as well. Or if anything's left in the bank, let's say a bill was less than I expected to be, or I spent less in groceries or gas like I did this time, boom, that's money that we keep in the bank. So a buffer, like I'm explaining for people who have never heard of a buffer before, is money that I keep in the bank for things that might come up unexpectedly, or if a bill happens to be more than I thought it would be, or a bill that I completely forgot about pops up. So there's that. And then I have notes already for how I'm going to do the same thing next pay period. And this is where I will track my spending for starting tomorrow after payday. And then I have notes for the next paycheck. And then I have notes for October as well. So far, I really like this little setup that I made for myself here. I like that it's tailored to me, and I really like the freedom of it because I can put in here what was important to me and not just what the planner before had set up for me. Same idea, but in the format that I prefer, and a lot easier than whatever the heck I was trying to do before. My problem was I was trying to do it the way other people do it. Well, not other people, specifically how the Budget Mom does it, and I am a super duper fan of the Budget Mom. She is one of the reasons that I got into cash stuffing and sinking funds. I love the way that she teaches, but the closeout specifically, the way that she does it was too complicated for my brain to wrap around. And I tried so hard for so long, and I really wish I did not waste as much time as I did trying to figure it out that way, and instead just doing it the way that works for me. It takes a lot of stress out of the budgeting for me. And you don't even have to do all the percentages things. I really just wanted to see where my priorities are aligned to make sure they're in line with my goals, which I do suggest that you do. Because you can't save more money if you don't know where you're spending it in the first place, especially if you're a low income, or if you're trying to save for something specific, which I recommend you should always have some kind of savings regardless, because things do pop up. And I didn't have any unexpected expenses, which is very nice. So the last thing that I need to do is just to go back in here and fill out my actual spending for the for the first 2 weeks. So let's see, nothing was spent out of the mortgage because that doesn't come out till next paycheck. So that's part of what's left in the main account. $463 left in the bill account, which includes half of the mortgage. So $445 of that is the mortgage, and the rest of that is buffer. So I do want to make both the main and the bill account buffer $100. So right now we'd say we need $1 and some change in the main account, and for the bill account, after the $463.38 minus the $445, we only have $18, so we need $81.62 more for the bill account to have a buffer or a cushion of $100, which is what I want it to be and which it was before. I really want it to be more, but we'll do what we can while we can. So everything that we planned on saving, we saved for paycheck A, so that was good. All the actuals were filled out. We'll save more for the next paycheck. Sinking funds, we plan to spend $250 for the whole month for her birthday. We only spent $232.14 so far. And for the month, the sinking fund for parking was not planned, which it should have been. We spent all of that parking sinking fund. Payday, we expected for the month to be $32.50. This payday we got $16.80, which is more than the $1,600 that I estimated for payday A. Hopefully B is more as well, so next payday. Unplanned sinking funds, so I used money out of my personal sinking funds, which was not planned. I spent $139.79 I myself, and I'm not mad at that because that was also my sinking fund savings, which is for whatever I want for myself. August YouTube income, that doesn't come till next payday. Also got a $25 refund. A long time ago, I had to pay money back for taxes. Apparently, I paid less on my taxes than I should have, which I still don't freaking understand. But I overpaid by $25 and they finally sent that back to me. So since I spent all that, I have to use that. I have to claim that as all income since I used the savings. So technically, that was $2,487.13 of income, we'll say. Allowance, we paid $20. Amazon was $7.55. Netflix is only cheap because I have the commercials. And yes, it's annoying to most people, but it's cheap, so I take it. Phone was exactly $60. Utilities, we paid $167. Hulu was also $7.55, and Hulu is going up to $9.99, which still isn't bad, but I still think I want to cancel one of those. Student loan, we paid exactly the $30 that we expected. Car insurance is not due this pay period. Internet not due. Discover, technically I paid nothing towards Discover. We are under our $200 goal as well. It's only like $185 on there. I did use it for groceries. I explained that before. So basically I used my Discover card and pay it right off for the bonus points, and also just to make it easier when I do all my different shopping. Other debt, there was no other debt that I had to pay. Actually, yes, there was. There was the, did I have the parking thing on here? I did not. So the other debt was the parking. We actually paid $334 on the parking, and only part of that came from the sinking fund, the SoFi account. So let's see, personal, we spent $225.79, much more than I had planned. The rollover buffers, we had $561.62. Life insurance is not due until next pay period. Gas, we only spent what was the gas? $19.39, a lot less than I expected. Groceries and toiletries, we spent $244.59, so less than we expected. Dining out, we spent $53, so less than we expected. We do have that rollover. Entertainment, we spent $37.99. Nothing in pet or health. Miscellaneous, we spent that $20, although that $20 went to dining out, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I used that for dining out, so scratch that. Her birthday, we said already, we spent the $232.14. Okay, so if I'm comparing, I would say we did pretty good this time around. Besides her birthday, let's see, it was $232. We spent, birthday was $232.14. I think it was only like $5, $25 on her. Yeah, that was from allowance. Allowance is already up there, and $5 for, I paid her nail salon tip. All right, so let's, I don't feel like I need to total that up because this would be the correct total, which would be the $1478.95. So it's less. Now, this is my budget. Keep in mind that I do it the way that I need to do it. This might not total $1478.75, but I know my actual spending was. This is just to compare what my budget was for each of these categories to what I actually spent in each of these categories, right? So that's it. That's the closeout. That's how much I spent. So more income came in than I expected, which was good. Savings was just about what I expected for paycheck A, at least. Yeah, everything went well. So we'll keep that. Yeah, that's it. So I really like this. So next thing that I need to do now that that's done, a lot easier, a lot faster than it usually is, I need to do my goal scoring. So this is part of my 12-week year. So my goal scoring, let's see. So let me go back and look at my habit tracker app and see what I did for each of these days so I can get an accurate score, because clearly I did this and forgot to do this. So let me do that. Okay, so this is what I have so far. The only thing that I can't do is Sunday because I haven't finished my steps for today. I am going to do my core workouts. I guess I'll count it now because I know I will. And I know I will go to bed on time. So the only thing I can't do is the steps. So that's the problem with doing it on Monday. So the total steps as of right now is 38,806, which is, so it doesn't include Sunday. I'll show you guys the update tomorrow when I do my cash stuffing. Water, I did water. How many days a week did I do water? Only 7 days a week. That's easy. So that's 100%. Steps, I did my steps every day except for Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday I did not make 6,000 steps, so that definitely tore me off. So we did it 6 out of the 7 days, so 85%. Vitamins, I think I only missed it 1 day. So we did 5 out of 7, 75%. My core workouts, I did it Monday, Thursday, Saturday. So actually, even if I don't do it today, I'll be good. So I did the 3, I did 100% of that. Planner, I know I used that enough. I used it. So I used my planner 100% of the time. School, I know I definitely did that more than 4 days this week. I did a lot towards school. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I did 100% of school because I only need to do it 4 days a week. And honestly, I have chosen my major. Finally, I've solidified what major I'm gonna do, and then I've also chosen the school that I want to go to. So last thing I need to do is get everything together, do an essay to apply. So I'm breaking that down into steps as well because I am still working full time and doing 100 other things. Journaling, I will do that today. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that's 100%. I'll do it right after this. If by any chance I don't get to any of these, I will adjust it. No screens, 9 p.m. We're gonna say I'm gonna do that tonight. So we did no screens. I didn't do great this week. 1, 2, and today will be 3. So no screens. We did it 3 out of 5 times. So that's 60%. Not great. 10 p.m. I did 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna say tonight is 5. So that's 100%. So even if I don't take the screens off at 9 p.m., I still try to shoot for a 10 p.m. bedtime. So, and steps, I am going to estimate that we're going to do 6,000 steps today because I'm going to get on that treadmill until my legs fall off. So I'm going to estimate at least 6,000 for today. So that would be 44,806. 44,806. Now, if I do any more than 6,000, I'll add to this. But let's see, how many steps was last time? I didn't write that down. Oh, yes, I did. Last time was 4,438. This time was 4,400. What? 44,806, as long as I do my 6,000 steps today, which is pretty good considering I missed a whole day. I missed Wednesday. I didn't feel good, so I didn't get my 6,000 steps that day. Wednesday was a bad day for like everything. I put a little sad face because yeah, I failed at pretty much everything that Wednesday, but overall we did okay. So what went well? These were my questions from right here. What went well? I would say what went well was using my planner. So that definitely helped. Keeping reminders. So reminders and alarms. That's definitely helping with my water intake. I'm also tracking how much water I'm getting every day. So on average, I would say I am using my habit tracker app. I get about 50 to 60 ounces per day, at the max 80 ounces. But that is really good for me because like there were some days before that I was not drinking any water. But I keep my water bottle with me everywhere I go now, so that helps too. Let me put that on there. My water bottle. And tracking helps. So my habit tracker app. It's called Habit Now. So I've showed you guys this before, but these are all the things that I keep track of every day. So that's why even if I forget to write it here, I can go back and look at this, and this will give me percentages too. Like if I want to look at my habits and let's see, you know, how well I did with no screens, or when I did my core workout, the total ounces that I'm shooting for, which is 60 right now. Of course it should be a lot more, but that's the goal I'm shooting for. So those are the days that I got to it, and the Wednesday and Thursday I did not. Wednesday was a bad day. Journaling, I only need to do that once a week, so if I do that today, it should be 100%. Too much information. I'm babbling. So let's see what the total score is for the week. Oh, I didn't say what went bad. Not exercising in the morning. Not exercising in the morning. So with the treadmill. So, and also when I work remote, I want to prep my treadmill the night before, so I want to get like my workout clothes and my treadmill pulled out and plugged up. Drinking more water is always a goal. And other than that, we did pretty good. The total score, let's see. 7, 8, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 91%. So not as good as last time, but still over the 85% goal. So I'm still happy about that. I'm not mad at it. We have still 10 weeks to go. So if we keep it up, that would be good. Oh, I did not weigh myself this morning. That's what I was supposed to do, and I did not do that because I had lost 2 pounds so far, but I could have lost more, and I didn't weigh myself this morning, and I already ate, so it's too late for me to do that. So I do need to make myself a reminder, maybe in my habit tracker, because I do look at that in the morning. I'll put in weigh myself. I have set up my to-do list for the week, or my planner, set up what bills need to be paid this pay period already, so I know that. Things that I need to get from the store, or reminders, work to-do list. Main goal is to apply for the school. I think I'm going to apply to 2 schools just in case. I can get that out the way, and other things that I need to do. So I did get lunch the past 2 times this past week, which I don't usually do. So that's, you'll see that in my budget. That was part of my personal spending. I don't usually do that. I went to get lunch, y'all, and this lady gonna look at me. I'm waiting for my receipt and my change because I used what is that, fetch for my receipts, so I need my receipt. And also I save my change. I save my change in my little, here, it's easier for me to just show you this way. So I save my change in this little thing right here. So I need that. But she's looking at me like, do you want your 13 cents? Yes, ma'am, I do. Like, what are you, yes, what? She said it like 13 cents wasn't important, ma'am. But yes, I want my 13 cents. Okay, all right, that's it. I haven't showed you guys me updating that for a while. I do save all my change. I don't use change throughout the week. I just use my dollars, so that whatever change that I have, I can just save it in here. And then I have a savings challenge that I use. I got it from Etsy. It's a little paper challenge. It was a printable, and let me just show you. All right. Here it is. So this is where I save all my change after I empty it out and put it in there. This is my mini savings challenge. So I'll get up to $60 when I have saved all of my coins up. So when I get enough to fill out one of these, which I might have enough now, I fill this in and I put it in here. And when I'm done, I'll have $60.90. So yeah. That's what I do with my change. So if any of you are wondering, like, why do you always have whole numbers when you track your cash? That's why. All right, and just another way to save. So maybe that's my 4th way of saving. Question of the day is, do you save your change? Like, for you, do pennies matter, or are you the kind of person that's like, oh, just keep the change? I keep my change. Honestly, when I was younger, I did not care about it. It was just like, oh, you dropped it on the floor, just leave it. Or when I was sweeping, I would sweep up change. It's just like, throw it away like a dummy. But yeah, all of that matters to me now. All of it. I need all of my coins, literally. All right, thank you so much for watching. I want you to always remember it is about progression and it is not about perfection. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you have not liked or subscribed, please do both for me. Now, if you already thought you were subscribed and you check and for some reason you are not, let me know because I hear that happens. So I appreciate you. Thanks for watching. Happy saving. Bye.